To record a Collaborate session, remember that you do have to have the recording mode in your room attributes set to manual or automatic. And if you're going to be recording people who are actually in a session, you probably have to turn the hide names and recordings to on. Whoops, there we go. This guy to on in order to satisfy any FERPA regulations or other privacy concerns. So when these two options are enabled, we can now go to our Collaborate room and we have this record button up here in the top left of our screen. Now if you undock these windows or you're sharing your content and you lose this button, you can always get to the record feature by going up to the tool menu and then under Recorder, hit record to start, and then come up here to Tools, Recorder, and hit record again to stop recording. Now to record, just go up here and do your recording. It's going to say start and resume, hit yes or OK. It just gives me an audio confirmation that the recording is started. The recording button is red, so we are now good to go. And now, whatever you do on the whiteboard or whatever you do on your screen, if you are screen sharing, will be recorded to this Blackboard Collaborate session on the Blackboard server. Same for chat. So whatever chat we see, that's also going to be part of the session. So whatever you do in Collaborate, we are now recording it. If you're taking a break, you can go ahead and pause the recording. It's going to say, are you sure? Hit OK. It says recording stopped, so we're good. And then you can just go ahead and record again when you're ready to begin. Now, to tell Collaborate that you are actually done for the overall session, go ahead and then close out of this Collaborate window entirely. And then once all of your users have left, the room is now vacant, and it will either expire or that vacancy tells Collaborate, okay, whatever we've done recording-wise, make them into a single video clip. And then after a couple hours, sometimes up to a day, it does depend on how busy your server is, when you go to your Collaborate scheduler, now for our scheduled session tab, if you come over here to the recordings tab instead and click on that, we now have a list of recordings right here. Now you have to be careful because the session duration is not accurate. What the session duration is for, well, is the duration of the session, not the duration of your actual recording. So for example, this recording right here is only about 2 minutes in length, but because the overall session was active for about 20 minutes, that 20-minute duration is what you actually see. And this always throws people off the first time they interact with this recording feature. So do keep in mind that this is the timestamp for how long the session was active, not how long your actual recording is. And then to convert this from a Collaborate environment to a video or an audio file, you just hit this convert button. And same idea. The conversion is not going to be instantaneous, even though this video is about 2 minutes in length. It's been sitting here converting for about 2 hours now, so hopefully it'll complete here any minute, and then I can show you what you can do with this recording. But in the meantime, to actually open the recording, just go under your recordings list here, and then you can click on any of these links to instantly open up that room. And you'll see that as we mouse over each of these links, we have that same circle down here with the triangle, which if we click on this, we can give people a guest link to view our session that way. We can delete the recording, and we can also edit the recording. Now, when you edit the recording, you cannot choose or change how long the recording is. You can just change the title, the description, where the recording will appear. So you can have the recording appear in multiple courses that you teach if you want to do so. Enable guest link, and then also restrict access to users if you so choose. So those are your options as far as editing the recording once the recording is made. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually open this recording so you can see what it looks like. All right. After I click on that link, we come to this recording details page, and it instantly opens up this open tab here. Here is our recording that I did earlier, and it's now loading up. And so you're going to see now that we have our participants, and because I have the name hidden, we can't tell who this participant is. It's just number 2, number 1, so on and so forth. And we're going to see that every time I pause the recording, we have a line right here. So this kind of gives people a visual cue of where those breaks in the conversation have taken place. And we have the actual duration of the video over here in the bottom right. So it looks like my video file here is now completed. So that's exciting. Now we are in instructor mode. So what happens if we go into the student mode? Under recordings, you're going to see that now that I've done my video conversion, our users also have the option of launching this recording as a Collaborate environment or now as an MP4 file. So they're not going to be able to do this until you convert the session to MP4 or MP3. The reason why you might want to do the MP4 is if you're going to upload this session to YouTube and then use YouTube's closed captioning feature, because I don't think that Collaborate has a closed captioning option yet. Now, let's go ahead and figure out how we can use this file or this recording in other locations. If we go over to this play icon and we click on it, we will come to a new page where we have our video window now appear in our screen. And this is the point where we have the option of either playing the video or doing a download to our computer. So you have to click on play first, and then in this next screen, this is where you choose play or download. If we look at our course file manager, like we have right here, we're going to see that this video conversion, this MP4 file, does not exist within our file manager in any way or any form, which can be kind of obnoxious because you can't really link to, or you can't do a course link to an individual Collaborate recording or session. You can only link to the overall Collaborate tool. So what people often do is they will convert the recording to an MP4 file, save it to their computer, and then re-upload it to their course so that they can insert that recording elsewhere within their shell. And that's fine, but if you do that, then you no longer have to have the Collaborate recording active. And so you should come over here and actually delete this recording once you've converted it as an audio, video, or both, and then re-added it to your course as a file. So just keep that in mind, that even though this MP4 file does exist on our course, it is separate from our file manager. And so we can't just insert that video wherever we want, unless you upload it to YouTube, in which case you can then embed the YouTube video pretty much anywhere.